Good morning and welcome back to the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. My name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you joining us this morning. If you're watching us live, thank you for that. If you're listening or watching later, we appreciate that as well. Please remember that we upload these shows to www.livingstonparishnews.com/podcast. Let's really get into it this morning with your traffic. Unfortunately, not looking too great this morning. Backups starting at Millerville that goes all the way back to O'Neill. Then there's also a wreck at I-12 and Range Avenue, and that's got things backed up all the way back to Jubin. Rough day on I-12 westbound if you're trying to head into Baton Rouge. Recommend you try to stay to the surface streets. Unfortunately, that's also starting to cause some delays at 4-H Club Road, River Road, and 190 in Denham Springs. Excuse me for that this morning. Also, you're looking at delays in and around the large high schools still. It's only about 7:35 in the morning. There's still people being dropped off. Minor delays on 64 heading into Central, as well as heavy delays if you take a left there on Greenville Springs. It's currently 33 degrees. Got over that freezing hump this morning, so it's not as bad as it was yesterday. 54 degrees is your high. 48 degrees your overnight low. So no more freezing temperatures for now. Not really concerned about your pets, your pipes, and all that stuff, as it'll warm up today and then it won't get too cold overnight. Just please be careful in that wintry weather that's possible today in and around the state. Not sure what's going to happen here in Livingston Parish just yet. Skylar Long and Jeremy Chapman were arrested yesterday for the 2019 armed robbery of a Denham Springs convenience store. They were 19 and 18, respectively. Parish Council coming up tomorrow night. Pretty packed agenda. A lot of it'll be the first Parish Council meeting with the two new councilmen having been sworn in. So it'll be the fresh new council here. Second meeting of 2020. There will be a finance meeting beforehand, not an ordinance meeting. There will be a vote on the chair and the co-chair after all of that craziness and everything that was coming together for that. It's finally going to happen. So they will be voting for chair and co-chair. I am told that Parish Councilman Gary Frog Talbert will be returning for the evening from D.C. Mardi Gras for the meeting. So be on the lookout for that. A lot of board reappointments, a lot of people resigning, a lot of people getting added to these boards. So a couple of those things going on. As discussed at the last meeting, there was some contention among scoring, grants, and that sort of thing. Well, there's another score sheet coming up. This is for the parish's contract with Acadian Ambulance. So it'll be interesting to see what if any new documentation the parish produces for the council and how the council handles that contract negotiation. All that'll be coming up tomorrow night. There's a few little things on the agenda we're trying to get some answers for before we talk to you about it. We're going to be talking about those tomorrow morning, one of which is an interesting question being asked about the Convention Visitors Bureau. So we will be back at you tomorrow with a lot of those answers. Head coach Brett Beard at Denham Springs High School football has found a new coach to add to his staff, an offensive coordinator. Mr. Fournier is an old friend of his. He was coaching at H.L. Bourgeois. He resigned. Throw him up in this morning. It's that kind of morning with my hands. He resigned and is moving to Denham Springs to come join Brett Beard's staff. According to Coach Beard, that's a great get for the program, a great acquisition. They'll be looking to integrate him into the coaching duties immediately. Walker boys, pardon me, got out ahead of Denham Springs, stayed out ahead, 77-53 was that final. Walker girls won a comeback against Donaldsonville, 58-35. So they were down early, steamrolled back into a big win. Albany girls crushed Bogalusa 67-25. This is all basketball, by the way. And the Albany boys slipped a little bit at the end and lost to Bogalusa 70-56. Big news in sort of the track world. Over the weekend, LSU had an indoor track meet. Former Denham Springs High standout Abigail O'Donohue is in the high jump for at the LSU indoor and outdoor track team. Well, on Saturday, she climbed to fifth in LSU's record books for the for the high jump, especially specifically the indoor high jump, and also passed her mother's record. So congratulations to Miss Abby O'Donoghue. Of course, there are Martin Luther King still doing some roundups. Lots of things happened on Monday. A few more roundups and event stories written by Mr. David Gray are online at www.livingstonparishnews.com/living. So please check those out. Also in the living section, finally got that follow-up to the big teacher gathering that occurred last week. Author Thomas Murray did 2 sessions, one in the morning, one in the afternoon at Walker High School's gym. He pushed to be personal and authentic. He also said that a lot of things can happen in 30 seconds. He recommended that teachers take the time to send 30-second just uplifting text messages to whomever they chose. Maybe it's their kids, their husband, their wife, one of their students, just trying to take 30 seconds out of the day to lift somebody up. So it's a good suggestion. A lot can happen in 30 seconds, but that was a big event last week, trying to get, I guess that would have been 2 weeks ago, trying to get teachers back into the swing of things after the Christmas holidays. Thomas Murray is an acclaimed author for education, not only talking about sort of demeanor of teachers in the classroom, but also talking about classroom setup and the means of which to teach, or the ways to teach, trying to connect with students and get them more active in each kind of lesson plan. So he's got several great books. Just released one last year. So that was, talking about a huge get for Denham Springs football, that was a huge get for the Livingston Parish public school system, to kind of mix it up on what is normally a teacher in service day and a training day, going back into school after the holiday. So very informative, very cool presentation, and we appreciate the school board for inviting us, and Mr. David Gray attended those sessions to get a good feel for those talks. One last time, going in and around your traffic. Again, you have backups at Millerville heading all the way back to O'Neill, and then you have backups at Range heading all the way back to Jubin, so please keep an eye on that. It is causing delays at 4-H Club Road, River Road, and 190 as folks switch to surface streets to try to get into Baton Rouge. Minor delays on 64 with some heavy delays if you take a left on Greenville Springs. And of course, there's some minor traffic in and around the high schools. It's currently 33 degrees, 54 degrees is your high, 48 degrees your overnight low. So not looking at a whole lot of freezing temperatures anymore, which I'm sure some people are thankful for. Once again, my name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you joining us this morning for the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. We will be back in the booth tomorrow. We want to remind you that we are on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. We are once a week in print on Thursdays. We are also online, www.livingstonparishnews.com, and we also have an app to go with that. Please remember, if you know of anybody that owns a business that may not be well known or may not be or having some troubles lately trying to get their name out, please remember our interview we did with Mr. Jim Chapman last Friday. We're interested in getting to know some of these local businesses, getting their name out. If you can think of them, please tell them to send me an email. That would be mchugh@lpn1898.com. Hope you have a great day. Hope you enjoy the warmer temperatures, as it should get up into the mid to upper 50s today. And please stay safe on the roads this morning, as traffic is kind of rough, and we will see you tomorrow.